What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to my monetization nation, all my subscribers, all my real ones here. I know some of y'all listening to my voice saying, "Dang, what's wrong with this voice?" Hey, it's that time of year, you know what I'm saying? Hello, bug. Sometime last week it hit me, and I'm fighting it off. I mean, it's pretty much almost gone, but it's like now it's got me hoarse in the last couple of days. But my voice is coming back slowly but surely. And I've already been doing some content today where I was talking and editing that. So that definitely, every time you run your mouth, you're sacrificing. So yo, hit that subscribe button right now and put a thumbs up on this. You see that I'm sacrificing my larynx, you know what I'm saying, my vocal cords for y'all. You know what I mean? To make sure I always go live, to make sure I always share something new with y'all, what have you. So the main thing I want to tell y'all about is the content I was working on, because it's gonna be fun. And I want y'all to be ready for it. So, if you know, we do a variety of content here on this channel. We're not a one niche channel. We never intended to be, and we're not going to be. We cover many topics on purpose. We have a variety, a myriad of wonderful, a buffet, so to speak, of content. And it's all related to living your best art life, creative perspectives on things, physical health, mental health, all that's in there too. If you're really paying attention, you'll see how I mean by that. But so we have what we call ONYXCON Fitness, Mind, Body, and Soul. We have what we call ONYXCON Exclusives, where it could be interviews or special content of any sort. We got ONYXCON Rides, where I might go check out anything that's moving on wheels or otherwise. If it's vehicular and it's cool, even if it's toys and related culture and everything, we cover it with ONYXCON Rides. ONYXCON Style, where fashion rules supreme, but also how you're living, you know what I'm saying? Your space is, you know what I'm saying? Home, work, business, play, whatever, places you interesting, architecture, you feel me? All that's in there, which leads us into ONYXCON Vlogs, which is ONYXCON's travel, which is ONYXCON Outdoors worldwide. Because whether we're outside or not, we got to go outside to get to it, you know what I mean? So we're about that travel life. We do all that here. So anyway, we got another one we call ONYXCON's Relationship Goals in the Art Life. And when I do those, I tend to deal with just what it sounds like. Relationships, intimate relationships to be specific. And I got one where I've done this before, but I'm gonna start doing more of these because I see that they do have leverage and people tend to like them. I like them sometimes. I watch other people's, but reaction videos, right? So I'm gonna start doing more reaction videos to some of this dating content I see on YouTube, because I make myself laugh sometimes. You know, like I'll sit there and just be looking at something saying, well, dang, why'd you do that? You blah, 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 blah. Like, whatever come out of my mouth, I'll be like, self, you funny. You know what I mean? Something thinking, yo, if I'm making myself laugh, I can definitely entertain somebody else. And whether it's making you laugh or not, I'm gonna make you think, because we're here for edutainment. So there's Arlette, who does the Pop the Balloon, the original Pop the Balloon, or Find Love, right? And I've been watching those, and I'm subscribed to the channel, so I'm not just one of these people who just gonna be reacting to it and I don't even support the channel. I wanna help these people's numbers, because at the end of the day, she does good content, and I know how much work it is to do a show on the level of what she's doing versus some of the other people who are copying her. I mean, she's a real professional, you know, the way she has real host vibes. Like, I can see her on real daytime television, but I'm glad she's on YouTube, and I hope she continues her success, you know, her and her husband, because together they make the unit that makes it possible, production, through his production assistance to her thing. So anyway, I'm going to do a reaction to what she has, these reunions, right, where she'll talk to guests who matched on her show. And typically when she does these follow-ups, the folks don't always get along, like it don't always work out, which, you know, that's relationships, it happens, right? But the stories, some of the stories and the reasons why, I'm like, well, damn, this is like, without any balloons involved, they could sit there on the little stools and pop a balloon now, because they still, it's so, some of this stuff be so shallow as to why, or the different things that people will do that's so inappropriate and out of order, because some folk are just so thirsty for a relationship, they want to speed up the clock, and it's like, you can't do that. You gotta just, yo, go with the flow and flow with the flow, you know? Some people don't want to do that. So I got one, a really good one that I'm gonna react to, and then there's another one I might put as a little extra bonus at the end of that video, maybe, or I might make it its own short or something, I don't know. It probably would do better as a short, I don't know, because shorts be winning. Y'all be watching them shorts. Most people ain't got no time, they ain't got no patience. they give you a minute and they act like they done lost their mind to sit and watch something for a minute. So, you know, everybody's so busybody. Everybody's a damn hyper drugged up squirrel these days. Everybody's just out here, you know. So I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna react to this doggone reunion, because to give you a briefing of which one it is, if you have seen it or if you're curious, I forget the two names of the people. But basically, the young lady was 27. She was living in LA. She's a singer, and she's moving back to Phoenix, Arizona, which is where they filmed the show where she met the guy. He's living in Phoenix, but he's originally from Oakland, California. And when he was on the show, he had his hair in like a top knot with braids, but on the reunion, he just had like a little tapered fro. So I'm just giving you descriptions so if you know who I'm talking about. And then the young lady, she's gorgeous. She's really pretty. Honey complexion, long hair that I hope is her actual real hair, because I've been fooled so many times with these damn wigs and lace fronts. They're getting so good with them, y'all. I'm just like, the hair matches her, like it looks like it could actually grow out of her head, but it might not be her hair. I don't know. She looked good though, you know what I'm saying? Just generally speaking, she looks good. And they're going through there, and she got a lot of tattoos, but they're reasonably placed. I'm about to do a whole video about that. I got a real thing to say about that too, about tats. And I was watching one of the shows where a whole nother one, not this couple, but this guy was speaking on, you know, when he popped his balloon, or when I forget who popped what balloon, but Arlette said, well, what do you not like about her? And he said, well, I'm big on tattoos and placement. She's beautiful. She's a gorgeous woman. Again, there's a separate show, but it was a point I want to make about tats. But he was like, I just ain't feeling the placement sometimes. And she got the chest tattoo. I'm not big on those. And it was literally one of these like across here. It's like her cleavage started lower down. She had big boobs, but this flat part up here had this big tattoo of these. And it was, you know, okay. I you know, as a visual artist myself, I have my grading system when it comes to quality of a tattoo. So it was like, it was medium. You know, it was mediocre. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't faded out, looking ugly. You can't tell what it was. But it wasn't still super crisp. But it was like two eagle heads, stylized. It wasn't the eagle head of the Philadelphia Eagles NFL team, but it reminded me of that. You know what I'm saying? It had that kind of details, real sharp, crisp. But it was two of them coming together, the same one. And I'm just like, I feel what he was saying. I'm like, no, I wouldn't like that either, because at a distance, before they got the camera close, it just looked like, damn, she got a patch of hair on her damn shit. It looked like a fucking hair patch. I'm like, ugh, what the hell? Hell no, right? And that's what I'm thinking. I always say, whatever your first reaction is to something, guess what? And I'm saying this as a man who was married and now divorced. Been divorced for years, right? And you can learn a lot from everybody who's been divorced, because we can teach y'all what happens in your mind when you've been with somebody for a long time. You get to the moments where y'all got disagreements and stuff, the first thing you gonna want to pick apart is all that stuff that turned you off in the beginning. So whatever it was that turned you off about each other in the beginning, ask yourself when you meet somebody, is it a complete turn off? Is it a sort of turn off? Could I see myself dealing with this over time? Or is it gonna eventually get to be the one thing I love to pick them apart about when we get into disagreements? Or it's gonna be the low blow I wanna pull out when I wanna insult them if they insult me? You do better not to even bother. Yeah, y'all. And I got a little busy, so I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I might do another live in a minute, but for now I need to focus on this work I'm doing. But I'll tell you this, I will be putting out that content, so if you wanna see that reaction video, it will be up more than likely by this evening. Stay tuned for it. Make sure to watch it, like it, share it, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.